I want to get started, man. This we'll talk about now with Beta Afro. So, you still haven't seen Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Oh, man, you fucking...
I want to, bro. Listen. I want to. I got so much on my watch list already. I'm getting there, bro.
Quick aside, in case you don't know who Beta Afro is, he's been on the channel before. He's my tall friend.
With the afro.
His name, we call him John Taz.
But, yeah. He, so anyway, Always Sunny in Philadelphia, basically, if you don't know, main characters, Charlie, Mac, Dennis, Dee, and Frank. And Frank wasn't always there. It started with just the other 4 or 5, whatever. I didn't feel like counting numbers. But John Tez had texted me one night, and he was just like, basically, I'm going to sum it up. It's a lot to read. But he was like, since he started watching It's Always Sunny, I remind him the most of Frank. Now, I read only that part. It was like 3 in the morning. I don't know what time he sent me. I remember he sent it late.
I remember we were in a call playing Apex when he said he was sending
10 p.m.
it. So.
Yeah, he sent it at 10 p.m., but I read it at like 3 in the morning. And I was like half asleep. And it was like, you remind me of Frank. And I was like, nigga, what? I was just like, do you understand, bro, if you ever seen this show? Because Frank is a character, bro, that I 100% never in my life would have thought somebody said relates. Ever, bro.
I want to so badly, man.
He said that was, and I just like laughed to myself, and I was like, that nigga tripping. And I went back to sleep.
I want to so badly because
my bad. The full message is just like I remind him of Frank because Frank came in like out of nowhere, right? And it was the OGs. He said Tobias, Afro, and Leon. And then out of nowhere, you too. He said he involved you too. And he was like out of nowhere. I came along and I was just like clicked with the group and everybody was cool. But yeah,
you know, it would never like it's the general consensus whenever you come up in conversation that you were just like probably the coolest person we know because you're so chill.
You are chill as fuck, bro. Fucking Glenn came out of nowhere, bro.
That is hilarious when you really think about it. I literally.
Glenn came out of nowhere. Yeah. Of course, we went to the same school, so I saw Glenn in the halls, and we had tech together, right? But all of a sudden, I don't even know, bro. This nigga came out. I didn't even know, like he was like clicking with everybody. This man just was friends with everybody.
It was so smooth.
He was like, oh yeah.
I think because I'm a mix of like everything, man. Like I'm a nerd. I'm also just like cool ass nigga that knows how to hang out with everybody. This like I'm just there, bro. I say this all the time. I'm just there. I'm just that nigga that's there. Like, you were around, bro. I was really low key in high school, but people still knew of me. Like if you said my name, they'd be like, I know that dude.
Oh yeah.
I remember like I don't know which class exactly it was. I think it was like history of some sorts that we had together, and I think Caleb was in the class with us. And I remember like it really like it was more so smooth that I didn't even notice it happening. You went from being a classmate to being like, oh, that's Mandrella. I love that. Because like I still have to this day, I have a bunch of really old pictures saved on my Google Drive of like I had all I used to take a bunch of Snapchat filter photos of people that I thought were really funny, and I still have some of him with like he's got this like long ass tag and shit.
He used to be like, hey, yo, Mandrella, and I just be looking and I'd be like, okay, and just go back to doing my work.
I have so many of them still because I just thought it was hilarious.
I gotta say,
some of them were pretty funny, man. Yeah, I used to just come in. Came here from Gary, and then I started a new everybody. I don't know, whatever. I knew Chris first, and then Ethan because Ethan ran track, and I didn't even meet y'all till senior year. Yeah, but it's hilarious. I've had run-ins with y'all. Like, yeah, I've had run-ins. It's like, dude, I don't know. It's hilarious. Like, I'm trying to think. I remember you. Nah, I only remember you junior year. That's the earliest memory I got of you when you used to sit at a table across from us in the lunchroom.
That and you were in what the fuck's the improv, and I saw you there because of.
Wait, you were in improv?
Senior year.
Oh, that was senior year. Oh, I thought that was junior year. No.
I was in improv. That's when it started up. Because Mr. Damn, what the fuck was his name? Yeah. And it wasn't that popular at first. And I was there for the first year, and then this next year I didn't come. But apparently it was still going.
It was actually pretty good. I only saw one show, and it was the show where when you walk in, it was like write a name down on this slip of paper, and they used it in a thing. Mm-hmm. And I remember what was the little Asian guy's name?
I wasn't there for that guy.
Oh, fuck, really?
Wow, I remember him now. That's hilarious. Yeah. It was a little short Asian guy just walking around, man. This dude had the biggest fucking book bag in America, bro. Like, dude.
I remember he pulled my slip, and I can't remember the exact thing, but it was just like you'll say a sentence, and then you have to pull a slip and continue with that. So there was like, oh, I'm driving, and something happens, and then he pulls out a slip. He's like, I love Leon. I thought it was awesome because Leon was watching it with me. Oh man,
that's hilarious.
You weren't there for that? I could have sworn you were there for that.
No, man, I joined like senior year. It was only like 5 of us. I know you guys know him. I don't know his last name. Named Michael, tall.
Yeah, he was kind of disheveled a little bit.
Wait. What's Michael? Is he like white? Was he?
Is a white, really thin? He looks really like L from Death Note a little bit.
Oh, you talking about gay Michael?
I don't know his last name.
I don't know. He's not gay.
I don't think he's mysterious guy. He cool, man. He's fucking hilarious. But yeah, him and his sister did improv and like 3 other people. Man, he's a cool ass guy. I wish I could.
Never really talked to him much.
Text his sister to see how they doing. Cause she invited me, man. She came to my job one day when I was working at Garden Food Service years ago. But she was just up there. She's like, "Hey, Michael's having a birthday party. Do you want to come?" I was like, "Damn, man. I wish I could. I worked that day."
Damn.
But man, it was fucking fire. I'm glad that was real cool of her to fucking invite me.
I have heard that
off of improv.
I have heard that his sisters were cool, but like I didn't know the guy personally, so I can't judge him. But I only heard bad stuff about him because I only heard it from his ex. So of course it was gonna be bad stuff.
I mean, I've got a cool experience with him because improv, obviously, and then like we didn't really talk too much. No, wait, I had a class with him.
Damn,
did I have a class with him? Dude, high school was a blur. But I feel like I fucking had a class with him because we seen him like twice a day. But anyway, though. But yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. What was I saying, man? We was talking about something way.
We were talking about just how you kind of just very naturally.
If any one of us was an alien, it would be you, Glenn.
Where did that come from?
You know something so fucking weird. Guy at work who was just talking about this last week because I kept dropping my water bottle. He's just like an alien trying to learn the human body.
I'm saying, listen. Let's think about this. Right?
Man. Why would I? And then, my bad. We was talking about aliens on the podcast. I was talking about how to go up with them. Why am I so willing to go up with aliens?
Something's not right.
Going on,
you know, now that I think about it, that alien dream I had, they looked a lot like you.
It was you the entire time.
What if it's like some synth shit from Fallout 4 where I'm just, my code just not activated?
Yeah. Bro.
They just like enable killer mode. I'm just like a fucking... I just turned into a 20-foot fucking alien and shit.
If there's anyone out of the group of us, right, who's an alien who's trying to integrate with humanity, it would be Glenn. Right? Because let's think about it, right? Any party that I have, I always invite Glenn. Because there's parties now that I'm like, okay, this is gonna be the type of party where I invite Ethan and Chris. But then this is the type of party where I invite Tobias, right? And damn, why did I forget the name? Afro and Liam, right? Whichever group I would invite for whatever party I'm doing, I would always invite Glenn.
It's true.
Because he fits any piece.
Yeah.
I'm just that nigga, man.
So how's your data collection going?
Huh?
I don't know yet, man. I get confused every week, you know. Niggas over here do this, and then, you know, you get distracted over there.
That's fair.
It's wild.
He's too caught up in the wonders of humanity. It's like shit, I don't know.
Too many things are just like, so they're pieces, and they come together, and you think they're random, but all of a sudden they're a part of your life. Like, I remember that whole thing with, what was her name, Naya, or whatever, the short. You remember Shorty? I paid that $1 for.
What is that?
I told this story, right?
I fucking hate this story. I hate every time it comes back up, man. I'm so sick of it.
You paid that.
I'm sick of that whole ordeal, man. I'm sick of that whole week and a half that I hate it.
Because this...
That ain't nothing. It was an insane moment in life. And it was an insane moment in life that is no longer here.
So I think I've already told this story. You know, you remember?
We've told the story about 100 times,
It
dude.
sounds vaguely familiar,
Yeah.
but
I think it's because we were the main characters in that. So, like, it was this dude. To this day, I don't understand how y'all didn't see that, man. To this fucking day, bro. Like, they didn't hide it or nothing, man. But it doesn't matter. It happened, bro. It was just an insane moment. I don't know, man.
But that experience happened before I knew Glenn was like knew everybody. So it was like okay, so this is my like first experience with him that like drew out an actual genuine conversation because he was the only one I saw. I turned around and he was just looking at me and he shook his head. It was like, bro, y'all wild. So and he was the only one, so we was talking about it. And then the next thing I knew, he's talking to Leon. He's talking to you and Afro. And everybody's talking to him. That's real crazy, right? How you're just in everybody's life?
I don't know how I'd start talking to Leon. Because Leon was always quiet, so it was hard to get to him. But I don't know, man. I don't know.
I still find it funny how you said you hated Leon at first.
Man, I hated him. I really did. I'm sorry. I really did, though, man. I thought he was racist. I thought he was a racist dumbass because he kept asking me what I wanted and he wasn't talking. So him not talking and him kept asking me what my answers was just like, bro, if you ask me one more fucking time, what I put down, I'm gonna do some shit that's gonna get us both fucked up. Man.
Oh,
No, that's hilarious. That's so crazy, man. Like I said, that was my run-in with him. My run-in with Leon, fucking sophomore, junior year, I had that class. And then with Afro, I had an English class, and it was you guys, well, I had a friend named Ano. He was in the English class next door to me. Ano, Afro were in the same classes, and so my class.
that Sweden guy? Swedish guy? Oh, I thought I was thinking somebody else then.
But I would get out of class before Ano, so I'd just be sitting waiting for him. And Afro would just come running out of the fucking class, bolting. Like, be like, eyes wide open. And he had his Afro.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I used to think, man, that dude look like he's on cocaine. Like, you have to see how he would fucking get out of that class, bro.
I think he said that, like, I don't remember, it's probably that
freshman year. It was like freshman year.
He had, like, one class that was on the exact opposite side of the high school, so he had to, like, move as quickly as possible.
Dude, that shit used to be so fucking mad. I used to measure, like, how many steps, bro. They gave me that stupid-ass map. It didn't help at all. I was like, man, this class is right here. And then we had two A's. We had downstairs and upstairs.
Upstairs A?
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
I did not actually, like, get the hang of that until, like, junior year, because I was doing the shit where you give people the passes and shit. I did that for one of my
I'm be honest.
periods.
Sometimes I still got lost.
I still got lost. I didn't know where the fuck was that.
Because there were some parts of the building I never even went to.
Like, you be walking, you be in like a fucking distance land. Like, bro, where the fuck
It wasn't
am
until
I?
junior year that I realized we had an elevator.
Bro, man, I wanted to take that elevator so bad. I actually did once. It was just an elevator, but
Now that bitch shook. That bitch shook, bro. I didn't trust it.
I don't remember it shaking.
that would have been the.
You remember the elevator?
I remember the elevator. I don't remember it shaking.
You
Nah,
remember
man,
in
that
Always Sunny when the McPoyles hold everyone hostage and one of the brothers falls and it's like this whole thing? That's what would have happened if the elevator collapsed. It would have been like, oh!
And it was like right there.
Yeah, it'd been one
You
floor.
still get like a broken leg or some shit.
True.
You'll be all right.
I'm just saying. So you met all of us on different occasions? Is that what you're trying to
I
say?
pretty much met all y'all in tech, 12th grade.
Well, like,
Literally.
No, you had experiences with us on all different occasions. Huh?
like actually got to know us in tech, though. Yeah.
Hey, what?
So, but you had experiences.
Yeah,
You had that
the
experience with Afro freshman year.
I mean, like, Afro didn't acknowledge me.
Oh, but
I just seen him, basically.
But you took note of him, huh?
You
Almost
were-
like you were.
Okay.
It's like the
Okay.
foreshadowing of a character, like in the background, where you're like, they're gonna be important one day. You just didn't even know it.
I just happened, I don't know, man. Just caught my eye. There weren't too many 6 foot, light skinned Afro, huge-eyed people.
You just so happened to
just
like
so
have the same
happened, bro.
class with Leon, and you had this thing with him. Just so
That
happened.
is pretty wild that we all come together, and that is pretty wild.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I love it though. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's just life, man. It's crazy. I wish Leon would talk more. He's a pretty interesting character, bro.
He really
Absolutely.
is. He's got a lot to say. He just doesn't often say it. It's
Very
unfortunate.
interesting.
Fucking
I would. It's like I would want to spend a day with Leon just to see what the fuck he does all day. It's like, what is he about? Like, that is literally, bro, the most mysterious person I know. He could walk in right now, walk back out, and we just be like, yeah, that's Leon.
That is
so
Leon.
Like, where the fuck did he come from? Where's he going?
Oh,
you know
shit.
what? Leon also feels like someone who's like an alien trying to get used to humans, because for some reason everything he does is entertaining, and I couldn't everything. It could literally be like, yeah, did you see that storm yesterday? Yep, and everyone's gonna find that hilarious.
That's it.
Oh, shit.
That's it, man.
Sometimes he breaks character because Leon's like, he's so quiet, and when he does speak, it's rare. And so when he speaks, sometimes he'll say some dumb shit that he's never said before. Whoever was playing Minecraft, and that nigga was like,
Hey, Cogs and Gears, Phantom here with a quick aside. Somewhere down the pipeline, there was a bit of an error. So for a while in this episode, Crow is going to sound like he's in another room because his mic messed up. But it will be back on later. Promise. Alright, enjoy the rest of the episode.
Bro, I remember there was one time, dude. Phantom, you were streaming, bro. I missed the fucking continuous streams when it was just like, it was just bullshit. It was just like random bullshit with you, Leon, and John Tess. But you were streaming, dude. I don't know what game you were playing. I don't know what you said, but out of nowhere, all yours, Leon just go, nigga, no.
He says it with gusto,
He
man.
just goes, bro.
You know what? Sometimes it passes me because he says it naturally.
He says it, yeah. He said it a couple times. He said it a couple times in the conversation, and I had to stop like 5 minutes later, like, nigga, what is he saying? Like, wait a minute. What was that, Leon?
Most of the time he says it, I just don't even realize.
And you just like, bro, because he doesn't like laugh.
He's not relishing in the moment.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just,
Nigga, what? What are you talking about?
he doesn't sound like the fake white black people who like, what up, nigga? Like, you know, he just says it.
He
bro.
just says it.
And you're just like,
That's crazy because if someone would ask me, how do you feel about your white friend saying nigga? I'd be like, I don't know.
yeah, I'll pass.
But if Leon says it, I don't know, because normally they say it so weird. They say it weird that it kind of takes me off a bit.
Something happened to him in Texas, man. He was on the wrong side of the country for a minute, and he ran into some motherfuckers he wasn't supposed to run into. And they let his ass say that shit, and he
that's completely John Tez and I's fault. Because, like, I've talked about it before, but there was a period of time, like, during, like, the phase of, like, edgy humor, where we tried to get every white friend that we had to say it.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I can't, bro. Leon's just too funny. That man is just too funny. And he doesn't think he's funny either. That's what kills me.
That's the craziest part.
He just does it, man.
Because there was one time where we were gonna... What were we doing when we went to Leon's house that one time? Was it a D&D session?
We go to Leon's house for literally everything, bro.
I just know we went to Leon's house for something, and his dad had said something, and we were like, you know, he's a lot like you, Leon. He was like, yeah, that's why I don't think he's funny. It's just like, damn. That's just like, goodness.
Man.
Oh, fuck.
I
I hype Leon up so much that in the house, I think I've told you guys this, but in this house, people like, is that Leon? The Leon? Leon is famous in this house, bro.
That's hilarious. I wonder how does that
Vincent
feel?
is actually nervous around Leon. That's the Leon.
Yeah, it's like meeting Big Weld in Robots. You ever watch Robots?
The with the blue guy and the one with the fatty.
Yeah. Yes. You know, the Big Weld, the big round guy. Leon is that. It's like a mythical creature.
One with the fatty.